Hello everyone, it's Amanda from Creative Pouring. Just trying to show you this pour that I did yesterday that I ended up tipping a lot more off just to get rid of some of this copper brownie stuff. It's looking quite pretty actually today. I quite like it. Excuse the sun, well, the sort of light coming in from the windows, but this area here is very pretty, and it's sort of settled down. I think I just ended up tipping a lot of that copper that had gone brown off. There was too much, and then I came down, stretched the middle out and stretched that lovely blue bit out there, and then this comes more to a coppery violet bit here and there, those little blue cells coming through. So let me just pan straight back out, and I got rid of most of the pink, but there's a little bit there on the edge just to show Willie. So I'm living with it. I might pour over it, I don't know, but I'm going on to canvas number 2. So I have mixed some new white because I didn't like the way that this white went a little bit, what I think I would say mushy. I think it blended too much because it's house paint. I was experimenting really. So I have mixed some Jackson Art white with my Floetrol pouring medium, and we're going to go for take 2. I think I'm going to leave the copper out and put a bluey green in instead. So, and a violet, of course. Okay, right, let's see. Take 2 coming up. Hi there. Okay, I'm back. So, if I didn't say before, it's Amanda again from Creative Pouring, based out of Rugby in the UK. So this is take 2 of my rings / straight pours. I don't really know what you're supposed to call them. So this is a Hobbycraft I got in the sale last year. It's a 50cm by 50cm, or 20" really by 20". It's got quite a deep edge. I've just put the masking tape and some pins in the back. Right, there you go. So I'm not going to use that copper. I changed my mind, didn't I? So I'm going to use this, I think it's a Pebeo blue green. So these are the colours I'm going to use today. Those there. Okay. I'm still going to use, I think, this one is it, the house paint as a flow extender, so it flows over the edge. That's a thick one, rather than the actual paint in the pour. And I'm hoping that won't, well, we'll soon see, won't we? Because I've got all this paint, got to use it. So that's a flow extender. I'm just going to tip that in there and put a bit of water in it. This is the house paint that I'm not going to use in the actual pour. Well, we'll soon see, won't we? Because literally it's just going to roll over it, isn't it? And hopefully it won't affect the actual surface of the pour. She said hopefully. Now where's my water? I'm going to stick that in there. There's a bit pink in there, never mind. Okay, so that's going to be my flow extender, which I'm going to put around the edges when I've done the pour. That sort of runs straight into the, that's fine, okay. And then this, I'll show you the thickness. This is my Jackson Art white. I think that's actually a bit thick. Yes, so I might have to just do something with that. But the others, this is my, well, it's a Payne's grey. I put some blue in it. Still didn't like the colour, and I've put a bit of green blue in there. Is it Amsterdam? Well, it looks like an indigo, but it's actually got a blue green. And this has made this go a little bit turquoisey, but that's fine. I still quite like the sugar colour. So it's quite thick, a definite mound on a mound tile. It sticks, stir sticks. Then I've got my Deco Art Extreme Sheen 24K Extreme Sheen. I think this is my Jackson Arts Dioxide Purple Violet. Beautiful, nice and thick. And then that's that Pebeo Iridescent Blue or Blue Green. And then this is a I think it's a Prussian blue. Okay, I'm just going to water this white down a little bit more. It's just gone a bit thick. Bear with me, talk among yourselves. I was wondering whether that pour that I've just done, whether my paints were too thin, but I don't think they were. I think they were just, let me just pour some of this in here rather than, I don't think they were too thick. Oh, I'd hope not anyway. Sorry, too thin. I just think maybe I don't know. Anyway, I've made them a little bit thicker. Well, they've thickened overnight, to be honest. Okay, so there you go. Sorry. So I've just thinned that down so it just comes off the stick and then really moulds. Okay, so I'm going to want this time. So there's two people I've been watching really for these type of pours. The first one is Sarah Mack, of course. She's the queen of the ring pours, would you call them? Straight pours, ring pours, galaxy pours. And also Mina, I'm going to say her second name wrong, Villegas. Sorry Mina, if that's the wrong pronunciation of your name. But when they pour, it seems to be very defined, the way the paint, they don't blend together. And I don't know whether that's the thickness of the paint or whether it's the paints themselves, because they use, or whether it's the Floetrol, because they of course would use American Floetrol. We've got the British Floetrol. I think they use gold, all different types of paints. Anyway, who knows? I'm just going to go for it. Right. So we can only do with what we've got, can't we? And then enjoy what we've got and what we create. You're never going to do the same as anybody else, so it's always going to be different. I'm just going to get rid of this stick because it's going to annoy me. Okay, right, stick that in there. Okay, let me just double check. I've got some tissues. Because as always, when I'm starting a pour, my nose starts to run. I'm going to have to blow my nose, otherwise I can hear my mother say, blow your nose, don't sniff. Excuse me 1 second. Right, I think that's got that out of the way. Right, here we go. So I'm just going to do a little, I can see, I'm going to do a little bit of white in the bottom, just a baby bit. And then I want a nice dark blue there in the bottom, a bit more of that. And then I'm going to go with the purple, because I want like a nice deep centre. She said, hopefully. Right, then I'm going to go gold. And the white and the gold. Okay, let's go. Put some of this alleged Payne's grey, which isn't Payne's grey anymore. God knows what it is. Let's put some of that on the other side, because that's a bluey green, which might match that. Let's do. I love this colour. I love a purple, as you all know, if you've watched any of my channels before. I'm going to try and stay away from too much gold because that's all I've got left. Oh, I've put the wrong bloody white in, you dope. Oh, man alive. Okay, well I can't do anything about it now. Let's just hope it doesn't affect it too much. What an idiot. See, talking and not watching what I'm doing. Never mind. It's only one layer. Hopefully I didn't use it again before. This white I'm supposed to be using, not that big white. I don't know if I used it before as well. Never mind. Too late now. It's too late. It's in the middle of the pour. I'm only going to be doing about 16 ounces of paint. That was plenty last time. Let's get some brighter in there. Post. Big bit of that gold to the white. Right, where are we up to? Yeah, just a few more. Let's put a bit of this in. And a bit of violet on the outside, and I think we're good to go. Where are we up to? 16. Take a bit of this Pebeo in. That's my dog, giving it large. Barking at nothing outside. Right, how are we up? That's it, 16, that'd be good to go. But I'm cross with myself, I put that manky white in the actual paint, in the actual pour, never mind. Okay, there you can see. Hope it's not too dark. Honey! Bear with me 1 second. Oi! No digging! There's the dog digging the garden. Right. Bear with me, I'm just going to pause 1 second. Hi, I'm back. Saved the garden from the digging dog. Right, gloves. And then we'll see how we go with this one. So it's going to be a straight pour, a little bit of a ring pour. Depends on how it comes out. And I'm going to use this white as my puddle. Okay. Gosh, that's the torch going. I'm just going to scrape this out. Okay. Right. There out the way. Just give it a quick 1, 2. What have you got, Blue? Now he's got something in his mouth. Excuse me. What have you got? Spit it out. Use that. Good boy. He's a 9-month golden retriever and he has to just always have something in his mouth to chew or to, I don't know. He's lovely though. Right, here we go. Let me just zap those bubbles because that white was mixed this morning, so that's why it's a bit bubbly than normal. Right, here we go. Let's hope this time it stays apart from that one block of white. Here we go. Just straight pour, I think. That's better. There you go. Oh, that's better. Why are you doing? Oh no, so I'm holding my breath. Right, come on, out you come. Beautiful paint, Beautiful gold, beautiful. Just stay, keep going like that, little baby ones. I'm just going to go. Come on, help me come. Come on, little paint. You can do it. You can do it. Want every little bit out of here. That lovely gold, blue. Oh yeah, caught it. Woohoo! Look at all that, beautiful in the cup. Now, this is what I wanted. This is how I wanted it to look. Yippee, yippee, yippee. No, I'm channeling Sarah Mac. Oh, that is what I wanted. Oh, thank God for that. Right, now don't mess it up. Right, just pop these bubbles. Oh, that's looking beautiful. Oh, you've just got to love violet. Okay, right. Now, am I going to risk using this flow extender? Where is it? This stuff over the top. Will it go mucky? Oh, I don't know. Just move it a little bit that way. A little bit in the middle. It's beautiful. I don't want to touch it. Oh dear, I'll just bring it closer. Just show. Look at that. I can't believe it. Yeah. My sounding a bit mad. Right, okay. That's you in there, aren't you? So I don't know whether to. I'm going to use all this paint. Use it on the edge. It's too beautiful not to. Okay. Right. It's less to wash up. And because I think it just goes over the paint, so in theory it should be okay. So I'm going to use it, and you know what, that's what it's all about, isn't it? So I'm just going to pull this round, and then I'm going to spread it over, because that's what you just need to do. I'm just going to spread it over. Okay, please fast forward if you don't want to see this bit. I'm afraid I haven't got into the video editing side of things yet. I suppose I could try and get myself a some sort of editing suite for the old videos, but that has not happened as yet. Right. Oh, don't do that one. Okay. Well, it's my own fault if it goes all manky and horrible, but so far so good. That's looking good, so I'm not be too worried. Got plenty of paint on there. Right, you're good to go. Okay, so just loving this, loving all of it. So I'm going to slowly walk it down to the middle wants to move a little bit more than that gold, so I'm just going to be gentle. I don't want it to go over itself in the middle. Can you see how that bit there is clumping up? It wants to go over that gold, so I'm going to have to be really gentle and get it over there.
Okay.
I don't want to lose that gold at the end, so right, leave it like that for a minute. Stretch that out. Go back to the middle. Oh, look at that. Oh my lord. Oh, blimey. Right, let me just get those. See, this is stretching that way, so I want to try and keep that. So this is going to be interesting how I'm going to keep that roundy bit in the middle. Let me just try and get it back in the middle, and then it's better, and then come back that way. Okay, so let's go down here then if it wants to go down here. Just really slowly. Slowly, slowly, slowly. What are you barking at now? You've just been out, so don't even give me that. Right. Let's get that back in the middle. Oh, that's very interesting. Right, I need to go over that side. I was so busy watching the middle bit. Okay, so let's try and go this way now. Slowly, Amanda, slowly. Try and get that slowly. Okay. I don't know what's happened to that middle. It looks like the paints are different. Consistency, even though I was really careful to try and make sure all the paint's the same consistency. It looks as if this is a different consistency to this, and it's trying to sort of like, so let's just slowly put it over there. Right, as I've got it over there, I think I don't know what's happening with that middle at all. Very bizarre. But I'm still liking the colours, I'm still loving these bits here. So let's just go over that end and get it off that corner. Move forward a bit there, can you see? Let me just a bit more over that end so I can tip it off that corner like that. Okay, come back, my lovely. Oh, look at that. Come on. Get back into the middle. Okay, let me just pop that back in the middle, and then I'm going to have another little look. Okay. I just love this. It's beautiful. And I don't want to lose that gold there. So I'm going to try and just do this corner now and just literally lip that. It looks like a dark deep sea green next to that violet. I just want to top that over the edge but keep this gold. So that is going to be my next effort. Okay, so I'm just going to hold it like this because it might give me more. So the paint should be in the middle. And gently, just a little bit. Blue, shush man. Can't you see I'm concentrating? Shush. Shush man. Alright, very gently. Come down just a bit more. It's there. Right, so now I'm just going to go a little bit that way. A little bit that way. Don't you dare go gold. You dare. I've got something else I can just put underneath there. Bear with me because I don't want to lose that. Oh, you damn idiot. Oh my god, what a stupendous... God, blimey. Am I an idiot or what? Okay, never mind. Come on. Get it over there. Don't roll over. It's going to go. That gold's going to go. You can see. Okay, it's just going to go. Right, over it goes. I knew that would happen. But can I do? Right. Okay, get that in the middle. This is morphing out of all, I don't know. Okay. Okay, let's just put this over there. Okay, that can just go over. Right, bring that back to the middle. Sorry if you can't see, but I've just got to get this in the middle first. Okay. Now, I really wanted to keep that gold. Never mind. What can I do? Okay. Right, so. Walk that over. That can go right over the edge. Oh, sugar. Chucking that into that one there. Right, and then I'm going to bring that back. Have a look. There we go. Whew. God, it's hard work, this pouring lark, isn't it? You do, it's like a little workout. Love the colours. Do you remember me saying don't put too much gold in? I think that's when I put that bit in there, because that's a big chunk of gold. I'm not quite sure what happened in the middle. That it just looked different thicknesses, and I'm really careful that it's not. But hey ho. Loving that, loving this, loving those lines there. I can see I've got lines. Loving that bit there, gorgeous bit there, and then that sort of. I really do like this. I'm a little bit. I'm going to replay this video back to see what I've done, but I don't know how to. I wanted that to go that way, but it kept going long ways. But I don't want to tip any more off. I don't think. Uh oh, floor alert. How did I manage that? Oh, man alive. Good job it's wooden flooring, isn't it? Take it off. Right. Well, let's just say it's work in progress, isn't it? You don't just suddenly become an expert at these or get exactly what you want. I think I'm going to try and not use that house paint white. I'm going to save that for something else, because I think that's maybe what these white bubbles are. So we'll see what happens on number 3, because I've got a few of these canvas. Go away, dog, don't eat that. Little bubbles. I think that's the white, that white paint. So yeah, another lesson learnt. Use the proper paint. And stop thinking. Right. I'm not going to pour any more off. I've got some corners I need to do, and there's a big white blob there. But on the whole, much happier with that. I might tip it that way a little bit and get more. But I like this bit here, and I don't want to lose it. This violety. Or do I take that end off there? I might take this corner off. Yeah, I don't like this corner there. And that might open that up. Okay, let's just try that, shall we? Let me just turn it around. Bit by bit. So I can, it's easier for me to sort of tip it this way. Right, there's the paint. In the middle, okay. Let's just tip, I just want that corner to go off. I don't think I need a white corner, to be honest. And I think that might open out that middle, hopefully. Is it going to move? It's moving. It's moving. Go on, let's get that. I don't want to lose that purple on that side, so. Is it gone? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's just get this back. And get that lovely. Get that back in the middle. Sorry if you can't see, but I can't put it down. That's better though, isn't it? Without that white corner. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what happened to that middle. I'm going to have to have a look on the redo my video. That's better. I need to get that off. Sugar, I do, don't I? Right, let me just see if I can just tip that bit off there. Sorry if you can't see, but I just can't. That way. So it's gone. I'll pick that back up. That's better. It's looking a bit pinky. I don't want pink. This one, right. Okay. That's better. That middle's still a bit weird. I've really got to look at that. But no, much better. I really like that. I love the darkness on the outside. I love this effect here, whatever's gone on. It's lovely. But yeah, the middle's a bit weird. But it's still very pretty and I still love the sheen on it. Right, I'm just going to take my gloves off. I'm going to sort this side out on whatever corners and then I'll bring you down. So if you bear with me 1 second. Oh God, I can't take this glove off. Bear with me. Okay. 1 second. Okay, so here it is in all its glory. A lovely dark corner there. I'm glad I tipped the white off and the pink off. Now this is what I'm worried about. See that? Now is that the paint that was underneath or is that my white paint that I poured in? So questions. And you see these white spots? I think that's the paint that I poured, the Flow Extender paint that I used for the house paint. So still not quite there, although I was happy with the original pour. I need a bit of practice then swirling it around a bit. Loving those lines. At least I've got lines, more defined lines this time. The middle went a bit weird. As I was moving it around, I could see that some of it wanted to move faster than the other. So I need to have a look how I poured it to see what was in there. That was the bit of gold that I poured that was too thick. So I know that next time. This looks like, it's nice all together, but, and I love that corner now. I tipped that white bit off and that bit's lovely there. And that lovely bit of green, blue there. So on the whole, really like it. Still need to get that middle sorted. So I think this one might live. Depends how it dries. This one's a lot more gold and purpley. It had the copper in it. I actually quite like that, but the gold, the centre's far too much gold. I tried not to put as much gold in there and you can see the difference. But anyway, we will see. I'm going to take some photos. I'll put the my colours that I've mixed, all those colours at the video at the end of this, so you can see. But well, that's number 2 done. You never know, I might get one that I like, really like, soon. Okay, that's Amanda. Please subscribe if you like my videos, to see my journey to get to something that I really, really, really love. But you never know, one day. Practice makes perfect. Have a lovely day. It's Amanda, over and out. Hello everyone, this is Amanda from Creative Pouring. Hope you're all well. I am going to do a couple of ring pours. Well, with all this paint that I've just mixed, at least 2 or 3. I'm in the mood for ring pours. So I'm running out of glue until I get some more coming in, and it's the Alma's glue's gone really expensive, so I found some more Floetrol, so I've ordered Floetrol, and I've just used the last of my Floetrol, which is the British, what you can get the British, this is my 2.5 litres Floetrol. So I'm going to use this, and based on the lovely Sarah Max videos, I'm going to attempt a few ring pours. So I have mixed Floetrol up to, this is like an old Liquitex Liquitex Pouring Medium bottle, which I then mixed up. I did Floetrol up to there and then topped it with Liquitex and gave it a good shake. And then I put my trusty bit of old pop sock in the top to stop all the Floetrol boogers coming out. So I mixed that up, give it a good old shake, and I've made a big tub of Floetrol and House White. That was 50-50, so that's quite thick. I'll leave that there. Then I did a big old it's Jackson Art, where is he now? Jackson Art Payne's Grey. This is really thick, so this is about 4:1 with Floetrol, and this Payne's Grey is really what's the word, grey, and I want mine a little bit bluer, so I put a bit of, what did I put in there? I think I put a bit of Dioxazine Violet in there, just to make it a bit more blue, if you get what I mean. But as you can see, it's very thick. You can see that. Yep. Stick stands up quite nicely. So that's a big old tub of Payne's Grey. And then in here is 2 of these Extreme Sheen Deco Art 24K gold. So there's 2 of these, which came to about there, and then I've topped it up with Floetrol, my Floetrol mix. I've just made these, so they're still a little bit bubbly, nice and thick. Now I might put a little bit of water in there, I might not, depends what it's like when it's going to sit, because I'm going to use these this afternoon. I wanted to make them this morning and let them sit. So that's that. This one is, bear with me, Pebeo, can you see that? Iridescent green blue, and this is about 2:1. Oh gosh, don't tip it on the, where am I? Over there. That might be a little bit thick, but again, I want to let it sit, and then I will adjust it with a bit of water. That's maybe a tad thick, but I'll leave it to see what it's like. So that's that one. Iridescent blue. Now this one is what was left in here, which is the Extreme Sheen Pink Tourmaline. Finished that one off. I think it was about half a bottle, and then I topped it up with my Jackson Art Magenta. So this is really thick, so again it's about 4:1 with my Floetrol medium, and that is this here. Luscious. So hopefully this will have a bit of sheen still in it from the Extreme Sheen, because of course the Jackson Art is not metallic, it is, I can't work out whether that's Semi-transparent, transparent, what is that supposed to mean? I've no idea. Anyway, this is that beautiful colour, magenta pink. Then this is what was left in here, Sapphire Extreme Sheen, topped up with Jackson Art Phthalo Blue. So again, this is 4:1, so 1 part paints, 4 parts Floetrol, and this is really thick. I think I've got to water that down. This is too thick. See the difference? Just, yeah, that's too thick. I've got to water that down. But anyway, that's the blue. Then I have some Pebeo iridescent copper. Pebeo. So this is this luscious copper colour. Beautiful. Again, it might be a little bit thick, but as I say, I've got to let it sit for a little bit first before I use it. Then this and this was a mishmash. I wanted to have like a reddy purpley colour. So this is, bear with me, Jackson Art Crimson mainly, and then a little splash of which one? This one, Dioxazine Violet, and a little splash, literally 2 drops of each, Prussian Blue, and that made this sort of rich, reddy, winey colour. I would say this is my best. This is the best consistency. This is the consistency I'm going to make all the rest of them match this. So again, this was like 4:1, 1 part paint, 4 parts Floetrol, my PM Floetrol mix. Luscious. Now, I did a big tub of that and then half that, and put it half in there, and I topped it with Dioxazine Purple. And you can see that's there. Whoa. I can't help myself. I've got to have a purple somewhere. So again, this is beautiful. That's the sort of consistency I'm looking for. So I'm going to make all these. I think these 2 are the same. So that's my mix so far. All those lovely colours. Ignore that green. That's an old one. So I'm going to have fun with these, and I'm going to put this mixing video in front of whatever I do, because I'm not going to use all these colours in the same painting, but I've got them all done. So if you see this mixing bit in front of about 3 videos, you'll know why. Okay, they're my lovely Jackson Art paints. Love these paints. So I will look forward to doing my ring pours. See you soon.